Good evening. Welcome to this council meeting. I'd like to call to order and acknowledge that the city of Winkler is situated on Treaty 1 land, the home of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples in the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that have been made on these territories. We acknowledge that there have been harms and mistakes in the past, but we dedicate ourselves to a future based on respect of all peoples, including Indigenous communities, in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration, moving toward a harmonious and prosperous future together. We will then move on, and I will ask, be it resolved that the agenda for the regular council meeting of February 27th, 2024 be adopted. Mover?
Marvin.
Second.
Peter.
Peter, we will note that Councillor Don Fries and Councillor Andrew Fraze have both asked to be excused from this evening's meeting. Do we have any additions to our agenda?
Just Don Friesen is here virtually.
Don, how about that? I almost,
Come on, Henry.
you almost had the evening off completely and you could have had tacos.
I was halfway out the door already. No, just kidding.
Thank goodness City Manager Jody Penner caught you and you're back in the meeting. So
Jody,
welcome back.
quick being so sharp.
Do we have any additions to our agenda? Not seeing any. All in favor?
Don
Carried.
Friesen.
Thank you very much for that, Don. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting of February 13th, 2024 be adopted. Mover?
Don Fair.
Don Fair second. Don Fair moved. Don Friesen seconded.
Friesen.
You see the minutes there. Do we have any questions or comments on those minutes? Not seeing any. All in favor?
Don Friesen.
And that is carried. Be it resolved that accounts payable in the amount of $549,492.76, as approved by the Finance Committee, be approved for payment. Mover?
Don Friesen.
Don.
Don Friesen got the move. Marvin has the second. As usual, the check register is attached. Any questions?
Today.
All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. We are today at a pretty exciting place. We have been working a long time towards providing water stability, water security for the city of Winkler. We've worked together with the Manitoba Water Services Board and the Pembina Valley Water Co-op to do what we can here locally in Winkler. And towards that end, we've let a tender out. We now have results back. And I'd like to read through it. And in this situation, again, based on where we are, the whereases are all there. And I'll leave each one of you an opportunity to read them. I'll get down to the resolution itself. Therefore, be it resolved that Council approve the award by Manitoba Water Services Board of the water treatment plant expansion and upgrade and commits an additional $1.6 million towards the project from the 2023 surplus to facilitate an early award of the project. Be it further resolved that the additional funds approved from the 2023 surplus be reduced by the amount of additional grants received if or when the province approves the requested top-up funding. Mover.
Marvin.
Second.
Michael.
Thank you. As background for this, and you'll see the note there, we have made request of the Manitoba Water Services Board for some top-up funding. We're optimistic of that funding. The request has gone from the board to Manitoba Treasury. We anticipate that we will be successful in it, but even in a situation where we are not, we have a project that we're able to move forward to. We have a project that's going to provide water to the residents of the city of Winkler until such a time as we reach a population of about 25,000 people. So this piece here today helps to set up Winkler's water security for many years. I'm excited to see it. I'm happy that we're at this point and that we're able to move forward. Do we have any questions or comments from council?
Just glad it's going ahead.
Okay. On that note, all in favor?
Yes.
And that is carried. Continuing then to Manitoba Hydro street lighting. Be it resolved that council hereby authorize Manitoba Hydro to make the following changes to the street lighting system in the city of Winkler on Park Street, north of PTH 14. It is agreed that this resolution will constitute an amendment to the street lighting contract now in force between Manitoba Hydro and the city of Winkler. Mover.
Marvin,
Peter got it. Marvin is second. Any thoughts or questions on what you see? It's nice that we have that nice new street in and we can get it lit up as well. There's lots of traffic on that street regularly. I'm surprised every time I drive by. You can't go down that street without seeing vehicles on it.
Yep.
It's nice.
Good.
Any questions on top of that?
I drove it this morning. I think there was other reasons why I couldn't see well, but it wasn't dark out, but
Oh, there you go.
snow was blowing pretty good there.
yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. Moving then into waste and recycling, be it resolved that the swamp board minutes for January and February 2024 meetings be received for information. Mover.
Peter?
Second.
Michael?
Any comments or anything we need to be aware of there, Peter?
Nothing huge, but we have changed to direct deposit for payroll for the staff, so that's good news. It gives
Right.
less work for our accountant and for manager. Still waiting on a Tetra Tech report in regards to life expectancy of the landfill.
Okay.
And of course, our budget's in place for 2024, and we put more money in the bank in 2023 again, so
Nice.
it's, we're in the black.
Good to hear.
Good.
Not seeing any other comments. All in favor?
Yes.
And that is carried. Looking then at bylaw number 231524, the general enforcement bylaw, be it resolved that this bylaw number 2315-24 be read a first time. Mover?
Don Fair,
Second.
Don Friesen.
Thank you. Any comments on what you see? Again, first reading simply puts it on the table, and then we can go forward with the other work that needs to happen before it becomes a bylaw. All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Be it resolved that the MSTW minutes and reports for January 2024 be received for information. Mover.
Don Fair,
Second.
Don Friesen.
Anything there we should be aware of, Dons?
There is just an enormous amount of projects that are happening, whether, now we just announced the water treatment plant is going to happen, but between the hospital and other commercial industrial properties that are going to be built, is going to be another very busy year.
Good. Questions? All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Moving then to resolution number 2023-0350, revision of the October 10th, 2023 piece. You can read your whereases there. And it takes us to, therefore be it resolved that council approve subdivision 4463-23-8312, subject to a development agreement, final engineered grading and service plans that meet the City of Winkler's required design standards, and an easement agreement providing the city with a temporary turning circle. Terms and conditions of the required development agreement will be in accordance with the city's city's report to council, Be it further resolved that council support revised funding option number 2 to construct the easterlymost 300 feet portion of Airport Drive within the existing road right-of-way of Plan 1289 MLTO by local improvement or by agreement with the affected property owners. Mover.
Michael.
Second.
Don Friesen. Go ahead.
I got a whole bunch there. I'm going to take Peter on that one. Michael and Peter. This one is cleaning up what the intent of council was when we went back and staff reviewed the notes that were taken and then went back and reviewed the video of the meeting to make sure that council's intent was captured, and we had to make sure that we cleaned this up. Jody, anything further that we should
No.
add to that?
That was concise explanation.
Perfect. Any questions? All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. That then takes us to community services. Be it resolved that the South Central Regional Library, Winkler Branch, meeting minutes for the January 8th, 2024 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Don Fair?
Second.
Marvin.
Okay. Notes attached there. Any questions on what you see or anything we need to be aware of, Don?
Morden has, in the last month, finished renovating their branch. The new desk and some flooring and that, so getting upgraded, and the readership is still high, so it's, they're moving right along.
Good to hear. Any questions or comments past that? All those in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Be it resolved that the Central Manitoba Tourism General Manager's Report for January 2024 be received for information. Mover.
Michael.
Second.
Peter.
Peter. You see the report as attached. Michael, have you had your first meeting on that board already?
I have not yet. I did get an email from June. I've got a follow-up. They're asking about what activities we have coming up in the next couple months that they can promote, so
Excellent.
I will reach out to the appropriate people at the city here and get some information to them.
Excellent. We certainly appreciate June's leadership at that organization, and Michael, you for agreeing to serve on that board. Hopefully we can breathe new life into that aspect of tourism promotion in southern Manitoba. Any questions of Michael? All in favor?
Yes.
That is also carried. And that takes us to questions from the media or public relevant to this meeting of council. Chambers are empty, so I don't anticipate any questions from them. Not seeing anything there either. We will move toward adjournment. Be it resolved that the in-camera
Oh, yeah. We had an in-camera
We do have
that
an
we no longer need.
no longer needed.
Yeah.
So then we will awkwardly continue to the end of our council meeting. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council be adjourned. Mover.
Don Fair?
Don Fair, do I have a second?
Peter.
Peter got the second. All in favor?
I gave you check.
Yes.
Carried. Thank you very much for coming this evening. Have a good night.